connecting. Good afternoon, guys. Hi to everybody. We just started the session. Before we actually get into it, though, we're just going to wait for a few more guys to connect. I see we already got about 8 participants that have joined us. So welcome. A few more still remaining. I see it's now currently about 2 or 3 minutes to 2. We should start probably just shortly after 2. But in the meantime, thanks again for joining us. And if you guys have got any questions or you have got any comments, please don't hesitate to use the comment section within Zoom. Alternatively, you are more than welcome to post questions in the Q&A box, which will become available towards the end of this presentation. So for now, I'm going to just mute my mic. And like I've mentioned, guys, we should be starting at around 2 or 3 minutes past 2. So we'll give it about 5 more minutes and then we're going to get cracking. Thanks. Okay, again, good afternoon to all. Thank you very much for taking the time out today to join us. My name is Tyrell. I'm the technical manager at Modern OneSolve. And today we're going to be having a look at bim360 design and collaboration with Plant3D. Again, just to go over the agenda for today, we will be covering a bit of industry context, whereafter we will go into a short overview on bim360, and from there we will move into collaboration for Plant3D as well as the Plant3D and bim360 design overview. After that, we will have a short Q&A session, and I do encourage you, if there are any questions, please don't hesitate to either send through a comment or to update the Q&A box. We will have a Q&A session towards the end. Any questions that I can't answer, or if we do run out of time, we obviously will take note of those, and we will come back to you with feedback. All right, so like I mentioned, we're going to go into some industry context first. So talking about some industry context, with today's climate, it offers many challenges for our businesses, but also presents unexpected opportunities for growth, learning, reinvention. And one of our biggest challenges right now might be figuring out how to stay competitive while navigating uncertainty. As business needs rapidly change, you might be wondering how you and your team might work from anywhere, especially in today's time. Maintaining business continuity now requires the ability to readily mobilize your teams for anytime, anywhere work, whether at home, from a remote office, or when collaborating with an external partner. Cloud adoption has proven essential in helping companies of all sizes to achieve business continuity and resilience during these times. You want to have a look at being able to work on anything, to better manage unpredictability and disruptions. You want to be able to empower your team to flexibly adapt as requirements change. This means fewer silos, more integrations, less restrictions, more flexibility, reduced wastage, more scalability. You don't want another disconnected app. You want your technology investment to span multiple use cases, file types, and workflows. We want to be able to work with insight. We want to be able to move faster with more efficiency. We want to be able to leverage data for better decision-making. We want to be able to extract actionable insights, communicate design intent, and retain BIM fidelity during construction handover, as well as manage projects efficiently and keeping teams on the right page at the right time. Unexpected opportunities for growth, learning, and innovation all start with connection. Collaboration in the industry is being drastically reshaped, especially in these times. Companies are investing in digitization more than ever, but obviously want solutions that connect more than just teams. They want solutions that offer flexibility and provide powerful insights. Collaboration solutions nowadays need to be connected. You want to connect your teams, tools, and data all in one place to improve productivity and avoid rework. You want to be able to collaborate in your preferred design tools, communicate progress in real time, and obviously manage all documentation on a single platform. We want to be flexible. We want anytime, anywhere access to our data and authoring tools. And we want powerful, secure access and data storage. All our data centralized in one place in order to maintain data integrity and obviously gain insights from analytics. So having a look at bim360. bim360 is a cloud-based data management system that enables anytime, anywhere collaboration for designers, coordinators, or decision makers. And like we've mentioned, companies need more flexibility for remote anytime, anywhere work. Using the design tools that they know, companies need fewer disconnected, non-integrated apps for more streamlined workflows and data. And not all decision makers need to have authoring tools like Plant3D, for example. We want to be able to manage design reviews and get input from important project contributors when it matters, not when it's late. So all project information in bim360 is managed in a single data repository or common data platform, if you will. The document management module of bim360 docs. Project workflows are supported in 3 process management offerings, the so-called vertical products, bim360 Design, Coordinate, and Build, all of which extend the functionality of this common data platform and bring together information and workflows in a way that was previously unavailable with point solutions. This next generation platform removes the need for single point application and also unifies our project data. The unified bim360 solution also provides transparency to project stakeholders, making everyone more accountable and improving visibility in real time. So again, looking at bim360 Design and what bim360 Design adds is, well, project sharing, collaboration, and simplified administration to this common data platform being BIM docs for Plant3D and Plant3D designers and design teams. Moving into the collaboration space with Plant3D. With collaboration for Plant3D, cloud-based collaboration is enabled directly between AutoCAD Plant3D and bim360 Design. With this connection to bim360 Design, the benefits of cloud-based collaboration, access the latest designs anywhere on any device, coordinate drawings, models with managed project synchronization, and improved plant project productivity are all enhanced. So how collaboration for Plant3D on bim360 Design solves some of these top challenges, and as a reminder, what are some of these challenges that we faced with? Security and accountability, team communication, and project complexity. So if your concern is security, bim360 Design gives you a great deal of flexibility to control who has access to your design data. We restrict user access to certain folders with 6 available project-wide folder-specific permission levels. We limit access according to user, role, or company. And we can control work sharing and design deliverable exchange with the assurance that the right information is in the right hands throughout the project. If your concern is efficient team communications, you can use bim360 Design to ensure that your project team is always aware of the project's overall progress. Ensure that everyone meets their milestones and deadlines, reducing the time it takes to effectively review design revisions. If your concern is alleviating complex projects by enabling members to better collaborate on designs, again, you can use bim360 Design to enable that anytime, anywhere access to Plant3D projects and the accompanying data. With this ability, you can extend file collaboration to project teams in any location while centralizing efforts of distributed teams. You can also better allocate resources and assign the best team members with the most relevant skill sets to each project. And what this means is that we can collaborate securely in real time on Plant3D projects with design files and external references in a common data repository. Remote, co-located, and multidiscipline coordination, whether within one firm or across multiple organizations. So the benefits of bim360 Design with Plant is obviously enhanced security, improved collaboration, and minimized project complexity. Okay, so to summarize, these tools work together to improve design collaboration. For design teams who need access to design data, to review markup, interact, you have bim360 docs. It provides that centralized project design information that makes it easily accessible to external team members. For designers who leverage Plant3D, there's bim360 Design. Built on top of the docs platform, Design enables the plant design teams to work in a connected environment regardless of user location. Okay, so the next portion I'd like to go over here as well quick is, going through the steps for setting up a Plant 3D project inside bim360 and having a look at that design collaboration overview. And it really consists of a few steps in that workflow. We have the actual project creation. From there, we obviously move on to collaboration tools, which also consist of security and permissions. We have content creation, and then finishing off with the project design review. So I'm going to go into project creation first.
Okay, moving on to content creation. After the initial sign-in process, the first step when using bim360 Design in a project with Plant 3D is to create the project in bim360 Design. We begin by filling out mandatory fields for the project-specific information, such as project name, project type, language, and other optional information if required. If you have an image that represents the project, you can add it to the profile to visually distinguish it from other projects. Once the information has been saved, we can move on to activating the required services for the project. In this case, we'll be activating document management, project management, and design collaboration. It is possible when activating document management to use an existing project as a template for the project settings, or we can assign one or more administrators to each of the services in turn. When this is completed, the bim360 Design project has been created, and we are now ready to add project collaborators. New members can be added to the project at any time and given administrative privileges where appropriate. The project members can be both internal company members and external collaborators, each being prescribed their own collaboration role. Project administrators can control access rights to the services that each member has access to. Now that the project has been created in bim360, we can connect our Plant 3D project. This can be a brand new project or a project that is already underway and some project content has already been created. Once the project is open in Plant 3D, we must use the share function or share project function and identify the bim360 project that we have just created. Plant 3D will then create the necessary bim360 folders and upload our Plant 3D project to bim360. When this is complete, the project is ready to be progressed using the bim360 design.
I'm sure you guys can hear the birds in the background here as well. But okay, let's go into the next portion.
Moving on to some of the collaboration tools. Now that our BIM design collaboration project is set up, we can add permissions to the folders that were created during the setup process. Each member of the project can be assigned an appropriate permission level and then added to the folder, giving the necessary access to complete their role by preventing unauthorized changes from being made. This is particularly useful when your project members are spread across multiple organizations. Once our project has been connected to bim360 Design, we open the Plant 3D project using our project manager and by using the Open Collaboration Project option. We can then select our project from the list of plant projects available. The project will then be loaded into the project manager where we can expand the folder trees to see the content, which are also categorized in tabs containing the project source files as well as generated documentation. In order to activate the collaboration tools, we must first open at least one drawing file. The collaboration tools are then ready for use. These include the check-in and check-out functions, as well as functions for attaching XREFs and creating shared views. Moving on to content creation. This process generally starts with the PNID drafter, who will either create a new or open existing PNID directly from bim360 Design by right-clicking on the file and selecting Open. The drawing will be checked out from bim360 Design and the process of editing can commence. Once the work has been completed, the PNID can then be checked back into bim360 Design by selecting Check-in, either from the right-click menu or from the Collaboration tab in the ribbon. This makes the PNID available to other members of the team, ready for the piping design phase. In this case, the piping designer has been granted full rights over the piping design folders in bim360, but only read rights on the PNID areas. Therefore, when opening the PNID, the piping designer will be informed they have insufficient rights to do so. The piping designer can, however, open the PNID by right-clicking on the file and selecting Open Read Only. The piping designer can then open the piping model, as they have full rights in this area, and develop the piping model using the PNID as a reference only. The piping designer will develop the piping model in the standard way using all of the appropriate Plant 3D tools or features. Once that stage of piping model creation has been completed, the model can be checked back into bim360 design by again using the check-in buttons on the right-click file menu or in the collaboration tab. And just to recap on this again, checking the files in makes these assets available to the rest of the collaboration team. At any stage, it is possible to attach XREF models or drawings using the attach function on the collaboration tab. This will allow the attachment of XREFs directly from bim360 design without the need for a separate download process. The drafting team responsible for generating the orthographic and isometric deliverables will work in a very similar way to the other members on the collaboration team by using the check-in and check-out functionality. They will also have been granted access rights appropriate to their role in bim360 design, and so will use the piping model in read-only mode in order to generate their documentation, which they will then check into bim360 design as they created. At any stage in this process, once the author and ISO documentation, including bill of materials and any other additional drawings have been uploaded to bim360 design, they will then be available to the rest of the team for review.
And one of the final steps in this process.
Okay, so moving on to project review. With bim360 design, we are able to review the project using multiple formats, as well as those directly generated in Plant 3D. But there are many other tools to help reviewing the project, such as File Compare, which provides the ability to load two versions of the same file simultaneously to identify changes. With different methods, we're able to easily identify large and small revisions. We can also use the markup tool, which allows the team member to add sketches, notes, and revision clouds to the document directly to better communicate ideas or perceive the collaboration team. There is also functionality which provides the ability to highlight problems with the project and assign those issues to collaboration members in a structured fashion with defined fields that can be completed and sent to the assigned team member. On receiving the assigned task, the assigned team member can review the issue and then respond to the issue owner with the response or proposed solution. This cycle can continue and the issue remains open until the issue has been resolved. When the issue owner determines that an issue has been resolved, they can then mark the issue as closed.
Fantastic. So to all, that was really just an overview of that workflow. I hope you will gain some valuable insights into this collaboration with bim360 Design and Plant 3D. It's something that we've been waiting for quite some time. It's fantastic. We are going to move into a Q&A section. If there are any questions whatsoever, please don't hesitate to just drop us a comment either in the comments box, but there should be a Q&A box that has popped up as well. I will give it a couple of minutes to give you all a chance to type out if required. And then also, while we wait for those questions to come through, something else I would like to ask is, at the end of this presentation, you will find that there is either going to be a link or a pop-up that appears asking you to please complete an evaluation form. If you could please do that for us, obviously it helps us for the next webinar and also gives us some insight into what you as our clients would like to see. In terms of working on these files in bim360, so we got a question that came through. Will we see updates. So obviously because the data is being downloaded or synchronized between offline and online, when a file's checked out to work on it, nobody else will be able to edit that file in time. And whenever we check that information back into bim360 Design, all those changes that were made are then synchronized to the project, which will then make those available to the rest of the team. So another question coming through in terms of third-party tools that can be brought into bim360. I think depending on what you would like to accomplish, that could be quite broad. I think maybe I'm going to ask Helen to maybe just, if she could chat to you, Janine, at some point, just to get a bit more insight into what it is that you're hoping to achieve with bim360 in terms of third-party tools. I'm sure we'll be able to give you an answer. Okay, guys, I don't see any more questions coming in. So again, from myself and the rest of us at Modena, thank you very much for taking the time to join us in the session. Again, I hope that you found some value in it. If you have got any other questions or something comes to mind at a later stage, please don't hesitate to get hold of us. You can contact us on our standard call number, or alternatively, you could drop us a mail as well. In terms of the two questions that have come through, I do hope that I answered those questions for you. And again, I will just come back to you, Janine, as well, just to get a bit more insight into exactly what you wanted to achieve with that. So everybody, thank you very much. Have a great afternoon and enjoy the rest of your week. Cheers. Oh.